This conference will now be recorded.
Right. Good morning, guys. Last session we are discussing completed. We have to start events. Okay, na? Right. Okay. But we cannot understand right now. We will see after advanced in advanced JavaScript we have to see. All right. So events. Right. Events. What are the events? Yesterday we seen some event, birthday event, marriage event, anniversary event, some ceremony, whatever it may be. These are all called event. But all the events are called every day? No. At particular point of time, event will be filed or event will be called at particular point of time. That means what? If I click the button, do this. If I hover the things, do this. If I submit the button, do this. Right? Okay. So they are called event. Right. So events are the things that happens with the HTML elements. HTML elements అంటే ఏంటి అంటే programmatical if you can see. So there are different type of events అండి. Different type of events అంటే ఏంటంటే form events and mouse events and keyboard events. What are these are called keyboard events. Form events, mouse events, keyboard events, and some. Okay, these are the three events we'll discuss right now. There are a lot of categories, and totally, if you want to say, around 120 plus events are there in JavaScript. 120 plus events are there. All events are not required. Seriously, I too don't know. All events I too don't know. The events which we will use regularly in the real time, those events we will discuss here. Okay, some categories. What are the events that you can do by using mouse? What are the events you can do by using keyboard? What are the events of the form? So everybody should know about these events. After that, some global events are there. Load events also we will call, but right now they're all not required. Just I want to go with the three categories only. So in the mouse event, some events, let me list down some events. On mouse over, okay, of course, as you said, on mouse, sorry, on click, on bbl click is an event. On mouse over, on mouse mouse, mouse out, on mouse move. Some events in the mouse events, some events in the keyboard event. Separately, on key press, on key up. As you are saying that on key down is deprecated, we don't want to use it. So on key down is deprecated. Let me check on key down or on key press. Which one is deprecated? Go to MDN. If you can go to MDN, you will get the correct answer. On key press, sorry, on key down event, JavaScript. Go to this. Which one is deprecated? Oh, on key down is not deprecated. I think key press is deprecated. Warning, use keyboard layout. 1 minute, please. One minute. Let me check this. On key press is deprecated. Yeah, sorry. On key press is deprecated. Key down is not deprecated. Sorry. Deprecated in the sense we don't want to use it. So even if we can use it, it will work in some browsers, but not in some browsers. Be careful. Okay, now deprecated in the sense that may be work in one browser, may not work in other browsers. But functionality means what? It has to work in every browser commonly, equally, right? So we cannot use it, right? So we have on key press. So of course you'll write this also, but it is deprecated. Key press is deprecated. That means what? We cannot use it. What are the form events? On submit, on focus, on blur, on change. Any other? So write the events. These are the some events. I'm not writing all, I'm writing some events in every category, write the same. Right. What are all these are called? Events. Event names. With the mouse, what type of events? Like this and Inka choose the drag and drop events are there. Drag and drop, on drag over. Some events are there. Audio player and video player. What are the events? Audio player, video player events. Generally, in video player, on play, on pause events. Okay, when you are clicking the button on play button, video is playing na. Okay, behind the scenes, on play is an event will be called. On pause, on mute, on unmute, on seek bar. You want to move the movie little faster, and you will pull it na. That is called on seek is an event. On load metadata, on loaded metadata, on can play through, on time update. These are all related to video player events. Right now we don't need them. Seriously, if you want to work with audio player project, video player project, then you should know about those events. Right now they are not required. It's not possible to discuss all 130 events. I don't know. Some loading events are there. On load, on resize, on scrolling. We are scrolling the page now. When you're resizing the screen, when you're scrolling the screen, and I want to make the width and height dimension calculations, all we can do only, right? There are a lot of different categories of events are there. Animation related events. There are a lot of animation related events we will have. Otherwise, 1 minute. Let me show you by creating one small file. I will show you. Where is the editor? Sorry. Yeah, you written all these now. Let me do one thing. My desktop, I think, right? Desktop, I saved it 11 a.m. JavaScript. In the JavaScript, we have something called, okay. Save the file with name called events. It's not copied everything. Huh? Save the file. Events.html is a file. Let me remove all this code from here. I removed everything. So events in JavaScript. 1 minute, don't worry. I won't write one statement here. Console.log of window. Window is an object, and let me show you the available events to you. Press F12. You see, this is a window object. If you can go there, little down, all events and come under this following category. Let me show you the events. Yeah, you see, they're all started with on, right? Yeah, these are the place on, about, on, after, print. See the events, how the events are there. How many events are there? I'm copying, I'm scrolling down. I will copy up to here. On wheel, copy the events. Let me paste into a separate file. How many? Not 351. So actually this is all not required, na? Hmm? So how many there? 232 by 2, na? Around 120. Okay, one time or 120 events are there. So line break is there, kada? That's why 230 or 240 and around 120 plus events are there, and or 100 plus events are there. All the events we don't want. You see, on volume change. What is on volume change? We have volume bar. Volume mute unmute is different. Volume bar is different. Plus or minus something. In YouTube you have volume bar. We can drag it. We can reduce it. As per that, volume will increase or volume will reduce. On unload. These are all. Volume is related to something. On time update. I told you just now. Na? On time update. This is an video player event. I used this. Generally, when you're watching a video, in the middle you will get some notification, you will get some advertisements, right? How they will ads will come by using this event. This event will call 4 times for every 1 second. 4 times for every 1 second. That much faster. And if 1,000 seconds are there, this event will call 4,000 times. That many times. And maybe you may not understand, but when the video is playing, if you can by using this event, if you can make a log for every 1 second, it will call 4 times. In the 4 times they will check at 10.5 seconds I want to load the video, ad I want to load the ad. So how this will be, this is an event will help us to do that job. So I'm watching a video, I want to pause the video at particular time, I want to raise the advertisement automatically. This event will help you there. Okay, right. So now like this we have a lot of events. On select, on seeked, that seeking in the sense adi. So security policy violation, on security policy violation, that is also an event. Okay. On scroll end, on resize, on reset, on rate change, on progress. Progress is also video player event maybe. So on lot of events and yeah, on playing, on play, on pause, video player events. When you click the play button, video cannot play because of click the button. On, on the button they are writing on play. On play they will write the play button. They will write the logic to play the video. That by clicking the play button, video is not playing. On click the button, there is an event is firing. In that we are writing some logic to play the video. Same like to pause the video also. Okay, like this we have a lot of things are there. These are what mouse events. On message, some events are there. Okay, Nandi, no need to worry about them. On cancel, on can play, on can play through, right? These are all video player events. Now, almost all only for a video player, audio player, there are around 20-25 events are there only on this. And if you can go top, we will see animation events also. Animation end, animation start, animation orientation, iteration, sorry, animation iteration. Like this we have some events. On after print, after printing, what you want to do, right? These are all the some events, don't worry. So they are all not required to remember right now. So just we will discuss about these events only. What are the events I told you? These events we will discuss. Okay, right. Let's go there. On click, you are clicking on anyone. So by using, how you will click? Mouse. By using mouse you are clicking the button, you are doing something, you are doing something. Yes or not, right? So on click the button, I want to do this job, right? Write one point here. Event, events are events are added to HTML elements as an attribute. Events are added to HTML element as an attribute. As an attribute. all events, any event are added to HTML elements like below. Button event name equal to, okay, simply write it, event handler, write like this, syntax you write like this. Better to write element and raste, okay, no problem. Button raste, button rayandi, element raste, element, no problem. Any element, that means event name, event handler, content. Then right. These are all called what, you know, event attributes. Event attributes. What is event handler? Chappan, anybody? What is an event handler? What is an event handler? What is an event handler? See, I have a button. Click me. I'm writing something called click me. On click is an event attribute. On click is what? Mouse event. You will write what? Some function. Then what is event handler? Event handler is nothing but some function. On click the button, somebody needs to write the logic, handle this, na? Who will handle? Nothing but some function. So here, this is a function. This is an event attribute. We are attaching this function to an event attribute. When I am clicking this button, this function will be called. This function will be called. When it will be called? If you can click on it only, not on doing something. When you are clicking on this button manually, then only this will be called. Event handler is nothing but a function. Right, this event handler is nothing but a function which will handles the events. Event means what? Function mean what? Anybody tell me please? What is an event? What is a function?
Event means some action which we want to perform.
Action means function, na?
Function means event and function.
What is a function? What is an event?
Event function may be same.
Events occurred at a specific point of time. That's called event. Function is a task, a reusable piece of code, reusable block of code, but event occurred at a particular point of time only. That is called event. But function and event both are same. They have difference. Event occurred at a particular point of time, but for that particular time, function will execute it. Function is a thing which will execute it based on the event. If event occurred, then only function will execute it. Without event, today there is no birthday. You want me to select the birthday function today? No. First of all, there should be event should come. Tomorrow, my birthday, sir. So I won't celebrate the birthday event. Na? This is what. Actually, Function is a group of works or task. Event occurred at specific point of time. At specific of time is at a specific point of time. If event occurred, we will execute some logic. That logic is nothing but function. Okay, they will look like the same name. Event, function, action, work, task, all are look like the same synonyms of the function only, right? But event occurred at specific point of time, and function is a collection of statements which are going to be reusable. Which are going to be reusable, we can say. Right. Let's create one small file. Okay, we have a button. All of you see this carefully. Button open, button close. Not only button, anyone click me, click me. Telling you guys, events are also play very important role. All events, especially if you are working with React.js, form events are very important. All the form events, right? We should know about them. In form events, I'm written this on change also. I think I didn't written on change. 1 minute, please. I didn't written on change. I written on change. Very important event this is, especially in React. Okay, now right. Okay, click me. Now I'm writing some function. Welcome. So in this welcome, I'm writing simply an alert message. I'm not doing anything. Simply I'm writing alert hello. If I click the button, I want to execute this when on click only, not on load. Not on load. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి జనరల్గా if you can call the function welcome, if I can run the file, when this will be executed? When this will be executed, on load alert is coming. Sir, I don't want alert on load, sir. When I am clicking the button, then only I need alert. When I am clicking the button. So if you want to do this, if you want to execute this task, when you are interacting, then only, then on click is an event. What is the event called? On click is an event. On click, what I want to do, I want to call the function. So you don't want to call here, you just attach the function here. This is what attaching the function to an event is called event handling. What is event handling? Attaching a function to an event. Event handler means function. Event handling. Event handling in the sense we have to handle the event when you're clicking the button, right? Yeah. So now you see, I'm going to refresh the page. If I refresh the page now, can we get the output? No, we are not getting the output. I'm refreshing the page. Are you getting the alert? No. When you will get the alert? On click H1? No. On click this. Yeah, you see. On click the button, then only I'm getting the alert. Sir, I want to click on this also, sir. On click also I want to get. How do I write it? On click is equal to same thing you can call. Welcome also we can call. Welcome. Now you see, even if you can click on H1 tag, that is coming. Even if you are clicking on click me, and that is also coming. Anyway, sir, ఇప్పుడు దీని మీద నేను డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయాలి సార్ అనుకుంటే you write on dbl click. What is the event called? On dbl click. Now you see, I'm going to refresh the page. If I click this, coming, I clicked again, coming. What I have to do on the H1 tag, you have to double click. Now you see, I double clicked, then only it is coming. But if you can just a single click, this is coming. And if you want to bring this, you have to double tap on it. Double tap, then only it will be coming. That is when you want to do on double click you want to do, or on click you want to do, you decide how you want to do, when you want to do. Okay, now right. So this is the event, sir. This is on click, sir. On mouse over I want to do, sir, not on click. So then what you will do, on mouse over. What is the meaning of on mouse over? Okay, you don't need to click it, just take the mouse on the button. Alert is calling. I'm not clicked also, I'm not clicked it, and the event is calling. Now you see, on mouse out, out. What is the meaning of on mouse out? See, when you are Clicking, is it calling? No. When this will be called?
Then you
Right now, where is my mouse is? My mouse is blinking on the button. Just remove the button, remove the mouse from the button. Now you see event is calling. On mouse over. When you're keeping the mouse on it, when you're leaving the mouse from it, when you are clicking, when you're double clicking. When you're double clicking. This is how the will be work. Okay now? Right? Right. Chill out. Sir, on click the button, I want to display some message on the screen. Okay now? Right. I'm writing some message. Document dot write. Document write, right? I'm writing h1 tag open close. Hello events. Hello events. So one more document write I'm taking, but this time is a paragraph tag. Now I'm writing simple message. Events occurred at specific point of time. Events are occurred at a specific point of time. Events occurred at specific point of time. Okay, when this will be printed? On click the button, on load the button.
on now.
Let us make this on click only. I'm making this is going to be on click only. Okay, na? Right. Here I'm not writing any event. Watch it carefully. Guys, observe this carefully. This is what events in JavaScript. This is a button. Okay, na? Right. And this is going to be welcome some message. And when this will be called on load or on click? On click only. What are you having? This is having your hair. Okay, na? If I can click me, then what is happening? Hello events. Events occur at specific point of time. But where is the existing title? Do you miss anything here? Actually, this is the events in JavaScript. There is a click me button. When I am clicking me, click me button, what happening? I don't know what happening. You observed anything? Press F12. Go to the DOM tree. This is a DOM. Can you see the DOM? Yeah, we are able to see the DOM. In the DOM, we are able to see body. In the body, we are able to see H1, and this is the thing. And we have some script also. This is the script we are able to see together. If we can click me, observe this right side DOM and see what happened in the body. Sir, H1 and P. Where is the script tag? You observed, unload the page. Can you see there is a script tag? Na? There is a button with on click. There is a H1 events in JavaScript. When I am clicking, what happening you observe? Existing content completely overriding with the document write content. Na? See, now the question is what? Sir, I don't want to override the existing content. Sir, I want to keep the existing content. I want to write the new content there. That is a problem with the document write. Document writer doesn't know. And one more thing, let me tell you. So I'm taking one div. Allow me to see this carefully. One more problem I will show you. Some IDR class is equal to BLOCK block. I'm taking BLOCK block. Try to see, guys. All of you observe this carefully. I just want to design this with the class or style something. Don't worry. This is going to be hash BLOCK block. Let us set some width is going to be 300 px, height equal to I'm writing 200 px, and background color is going to be hash d3d3d3, and border I'm taking something called border 2 pixel solid red border I taken. On refresh the page now you see there is a box. You're able to see there is a box now. Yes, we're able to see there is a box of height 200, width 200, 300 something. See what I am telling you, sir. If I click me, I want to print the message in the box. But if I click me, what is happening? Everything is gone. Box gone, no, and the button gone, and the existing title gone. But what is happening? The message. See, document write doesn't know where exactly data should be printed. It doesn't know. It will print always. It will override the existing body. It will print the data. Sir, I don't want to override existing data. I want to keep the existing data as well as I want to keep my data also. I told you already. We will never use document write in the real time because the problem is what? Document.write doesn't know where to print the data. I want to print data exactly in a specific position, but document write doesn't know about it. So it will print how it is printing. It is overriding the existing data. It is printing on the screen. I don't want that. I want to print on the screen at a particular point of at a particular position only on the screen. How do I do? What is the solution? Right. So first of all, where you want to print? Sir, I want to print the data inside this div only. That's why I made a div. Inside the div only, what you want to print? I want to print this data inside this div. This div is empty right now. Okay now. Where you want to print? I want print inside the div. How can I access this element in JavaScript? Okay, if you want to print it, where you have to print? Message is available in JavaScript and these are the messages available in JavaScript. These messages I want print here. But how can I access this element in JavaScript? Anybody? Sir, we don't know. Then how we can say? Just we are learning JavaScript, right? I'm telling you one method. All of you see this carefully for a while. I'm going to see guys carefully. There is a method document dot get element by ID. The method. Why I am writing this method? Question: how can we access the HTML element in JavaScript? Okay, there are a lot of methods are there. This is one method we are using. We have 6 methods totally, but I'm using one method. Don't worry. Later we will discuss about those methods, guys. Okay, right? How question? How can we access the HTML element in JavaScript? How can we access the HTML element in JavaScript? Question: how can we access the HTML element in JavaScript? Yep. Anybody? We have many ways and the one right now answer is going to be for event specially. So document is an object. Inside we have a method called get element by ID. How many of you write mistake way? Get element by ID, E capital, B capital, I capital, no spaces, everything is going to be combined. There's no spaces and nothing. Then, right. So let us go and check this. What is the idea of the element? Now, what is the idea of the element? Idea of the element is what? Block. So we have to provide the double quote block block. So let us take this into one variable. Let some element is equal to variable, any variable, not only ELE, take any variable because it's an element. That's why taking the variable like this. You take A, B, C, D also, variable name is your choice. Okay. So first of all, I want to print it. Let me print it. Console.log of ELE. The document write చేద్దామా? Let us write document write. DOCUMENT document write of ELE. On load the page, we are printing. Can we go and refresh the page now? Can we see on the screen what are we getting? What are you getting? చదవండి ఒకసారి. You please read it. If I print this, what are you getting there? I just want to know from you. This is going to be make 80. Now you refresh the page. Can you see you are getting something? Object HTML div element. HTML div element అనేది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంట. Is div is an object or element? Div is an object or element. Not only div. H1 tag is an element or object. Para is an element or object. And all HTML elements are objects. What they are? Objects are elements. In HTML, all they are called elements. In JavaScript, all the elements are called as objects. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. So I told you one point, by using JavaScript, we can create DOM elements, we can create HTML elements, we can remove the elements, we can modify the element, we can manipulate, we can design, everything we can do by using JavaScript. So in HTML, everything is called element. All elements in JavaScript, what you will call objects. In HTML, we have attributes. Every element have some attributes now. Same attributes in JavaScript, what we will call properties of an object. So we will see later, because we don't know objects right now. Na, you wait for some time. We will tell you that too also. No need to worry about it. Okay, na? Right. Okay. So this is what exactly the concept of object. That means what? This is an object. This is an object. So what is ELE finally? అంటే మీకు ఇంకా డౌట్ ఉంటే you can write type of keyword. So if you have any doubt, console.log. You see console.log. You write type of keyword. Type of ELE. What is the type of ELE in the console? Can you go and check this now? Type of ELE is what? Object. But sir, if I print ELE, what is the output I can get? Print it. But in the document, right, it will give you object. But in the console, it doesn't give you object. It will print the element, guys. You see, it is printing the whole element now. I mean, I understand. I'm able to access element which is in HTML. Where I'm accessing in JavaScript, I'm able to access. So, and if you are not, if, for example, you are doing some mistake here, 1, 2, 3. Is there any element with the block 1, 2 in the document? It is trying to get an element by ID. What is ID? Block 1, 2. Is there any element with the block 1, 2? No element. Then what is the output you can see here in the console? Tell me. What is the output I can see? What is the output I can see? Anybody tell me, please. I'm not printing here. I'm just knowing the ELE. What is the output you are getting? Object. Why object? Element is not there, na? Element is not there, right? Is there any element with ID block 1, 2? There is no element, but you are getting 1, 2. Why are you getting this as an object? And if I print the element, if there is no element, what is the output? Null. What is the type of null? What is the type of null? Object. Type of undefined? Undefined. Type of null? Object. So why every HTML element is what? Object. If that is there, we will get that element. If it is not there, it is giving null. Null means it's an object. Elements are what? Objects. All HTML elements are what? Objects. Remember, don't forget this proper thing. All the HTML elements are what? Object. Document is a predefined object. Inside we have a method called get element by ID. E capital, B capital, I capital ID. So the ID of the element you have to provide here. So it will get that element. Now you see it is there. Now you will get the element. But if you can do this document write always prints this way, and the document write will always do like this. It doesn't show you the things. It will show you what? Element of object of HTML div element. I will tell you later about it. Okay, now? Right. Just watch it carefully and see this. So, okay, now? Done. Now, sir, I have some message. I want to add the message here inside of it. So, for example, you see document write you are writing. Document write, I'm writing this is going to be h1 tag open, h1 tag close. I'm writing hello world. I'm writing hello world. Where this will be printed? It will be printed inside the blocker or outside the blocker? Outside the block, definitely. Sir, I want to print this inside the block. What you want to print? I want to print this h1 tag. Where you want to print? Inside the block. So how do I do? There is a property called inner HTML. Element dot inner HTML is a property. It's a predefined property. Inner HTML is equal to what you want to print. What you want to print. Inner HTML is a predefined property. So now if we can refresh, we will see where the message is available inside the that text is there na HTML h1 tag open, that is adding inside the element. Now you see, you observe this carefully. The div block is h1 tag is there na, but actually at the time of loading, do we have anything in the div? There is nothing in the div. But after loading completed, we are able to access the element. To the element, we are able to add some information also inside of it. Sir, this should be done on click, sir. Then what you will do, sir? How do I do this? Function. What is the function called? Welcome. On click the button, I want to add, not on load. Then what you will do? Nothing. Same line of code, keep into the function. Now you see, if I can refresh, at the time of loading, you see the div is empty now. We don't have any div. When I am click the button, you see this is also updated, and you see h1 tag is added in the div now. But earlier it is not there. Right now it is added. Now you see this is all adding. On click the button, add something. On click the button, we are adding something. Sir, I want to add one more information, sir. Paragraph tag also. ELE dot again inner HTML equal to. I want to add some para tag open close, and this events occurred. Events are occurred at a special time. I'm writing a message like this. If I refresh the page, can you tell me if I click the button, what's the message I can see in the text box?
Hello world.
Hello world, events occurred at special time. Huh? No, events occurred at a special time only we are able to see. Why H1 tag is not coming? First, hello world printed. After that also inner HTML. Na? The existing HTML override with this content. మీకు తెలుసు కదబ్బా what is this is going to be, let x is equal to 10, x is equal to 100. If I print x, what is the output I can get? 100 or 10? At the same thing, you're assigning already one value, that assigned value override with the latest value finally. Latest value. No, I want to keep both. How do I do this? I want to keep both. How do I do this? How I can do this? If you want to keep the both, what I have to do? Anybody? I want to print both the hello world I want to print, events occurred also I want to print. How do I do this? Hmm. Anybody? What it is called? What it is called? Concatenation. First this will be added. This will be added on the div. After for this will be concatenated. Now you go and check this now. Let me check this whether this is working or not. Both the things should be there. On click the button. Both are added up. But this is going out of it. Why this is going out of it? Because height is fixed na. Sir, height I want to make you see one thing. Min height 80. Height auto. What is the meaning of this? Minimum 80. When content is increasing, height should be auto. We can write like this also. Now you see, this is when this is going to be click me, height adjusted automatically. But at the time of loading, 80 pixels height. When content is adding more, I have to increase this. Yes, sir. Right. This is a way of placing the content at particular position. That's why you will never use document right. We will always use what? Inner HTML. Inner HTML is a predefined property. By using this property, we can append HTML content on the elements. It's a predefined. And one more important thing, inner HTML is capital letter, capitals, not small. JavaScript is case sensitive, right? You cannot write like this. So get element by ID, E capital, B capital, I capital. Here also HTML capital. Inner is small, HTML is going to be capital. Okay, na? Right. Okay. Now I just want to write one more. All of you see this carefully, guys. Same thing I'm writing. Watch it carefully. Tell me the difference. Inner text. Inner text text. T capital only. T only capital. Remaining all are small. Inner text. Inner text. Inner HTML. Inner text. If I click the button, added. How this is added? It's like a text only, and everything will be considered as text, not like elements. Inner HTML, everything will be considered as elements only. Inner text will consider only text, and everything, whatever you want to add. Especially, sir, I want to add plain text. Go for inner text. You want to add text with HTML? Go with inner HTML. Difference between one of the important question, difference between inner HTML, inner text, both are predefined properties. Inner HTML, check this carefully. Inner text, so let's write one word. So shall we ask ChatGPT? Go for ChatGPT. I asked it many days, right? So right, this is going to be inner HTML versus, I'm writing the question like this, inner text. Okay, na? I'm asking chat gpt. Let's go for the chat gpt and let us read the points. Inner HTML, inner text. Key differences. If you don't know, this is one of the technique. Okay, na? So we can do the thing like this: inner text, inner HTML. Inner HTML sets or returns the HTML content of an element, including any HTML tags, while inner text sets or returns the content of the element, excluding HTML tags, including excluding HTML tags. Who will include HTML tags? Inner HTML. Who will exclude HTML? Inner text. Okay, now so is a property that gets or sets the text or content descendants, and it will returns the things. ఎలా చెప్తున్నాడు ఇక్కడ కూడా చూడండి ఒకసారి. Both properties are JavaScript used to manipulate the content of HTML elements. Nice point they written here. Okay, you read the first point. Inner HTML, inner text, both properties are JavaScript used. both properties both properties are JavaScript, which are used to manipulate the content of HTML elements. Read the point. Right? Right. So next one is going to be, let us come here. Inner HTML property that allows you to get or set HTML content within element. So write the same point. For this, you write the point. So inner text also you write the same thing. Write the difference. Gets or sets the text content of the specified element and all its dependents also, descendants also. And it is not only setting, and we can also get it. If right now what are we doing? We are setting HTML into the div kada. We can set off HTML. We can get the HTML also. Let me show that example also of writing this. So one more key differences are there na. Let me write these key differences also. And one more thing I'm telling you, everybody should know how to use AI tools also. It's very important thing. You know, at least you should know the code. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏం రాయొచ్చు అంటే మనం ఆర్ యు రైటింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్?
Okay.
సింప్లీ రైట్ ద పాయింట్ అంతే కదా. Inner HTML including any HTML tags, while inner text excluding all HTML tags. Are you done? Right. This is enough. So next one is going to be, we are able to set together. Now what are you doing? We are setting the HTML. Can you see the code? Here I have something. I'm setting this into the div. Into the div. Okay, na? Into the div. Okay. Let me create one more file. Events2.html or 1.html is a file. Okay. Yeah. Guys, watch it carefully. I have a div. In the div, I am writing h1 tag open close. This is block. There is a para block description. Block description. Okay, now? Alright. This is going to be ID and this is going to be something. Sir, how can we access these two tags information? Okay. What inner HTML will do, it can set, it can get. How to get the data of the div? Already we are able to access now inside a function, or you want to write outside a function, right? You see function welcome. Tell me please. Nothing Andy. If you can write console.log, write ele dot inner HTML, and I'm printing. That's all. If you want to set, then what you set it? ele dot inner HTML equal to, this is setting, and this is what getting. Now you see, let me click the button and let me see. Let us run this file. If you can run the file, open in default viewer, press F12. Now that is the information we have. So in the console, on click the button, you see h1 tag and para tag only written there. This is written there. అదే ఇప్పుడు in place of it, if you can write inner text and if I write inner text, then what is going to be happen? If I write inner text, then what will be happen? Will you get HTML tags also? Click me. Excludes HTML tags. Includes HTML tags, na? What is the difference, Andy? Inner HTML, inner text. You want to write both also, you can write both, no problem. This is going to be HTML, no problem. You write both. Now you see, above inner text, below is going to be inner HTML. See, this is what inner text. This is what inner HTML. This is what inner HTML. Okay. I want to give you one small task to you. You try to achieve this by tomorrow. Okay, na? Right. All of you see this carefully. Quickly take a do. Take a do. So this is a task, all of you. You try to do this. Div class is equal to, you made some container, no problem. Container. This is block 1. This is going to be block 2. Okay, now? Right. So this is block 1, comma, hash block 2, block 2, block 1, block 2. Okay, right. Now we get the two divs. Same information. This div is empty. There is nothing in the div. Okay, right. Guys, observe this carefully. There is a container. Container contain block 1 div and block 2 div. All of you clear? Right. Buttons. Okay, now? Right. I hope you understand. If I click copy, whatever the information I have here, this has to be copied into the block and it has to be cleaned. If I click copy, what is the information you have in this block? I have to paste this information into it. How do we do this? Okay, whatever the information you have, if I click copy, this information should be copied into this block and this block should be empty. Again, if I click this copy button, the, whatever the information you are having, that information should be come into this and this should be empty again. This is just design only. I'm not writing any logic. We have two buttons. How do you achieve this? You try. How do you do this? You try this? Yeah, you try this. Don't worry about the design. It's not a big deal about the design. Oh, no space between, huh? Why? Semicolon is missed. Okay, fine. Fine. I need this. Will you do? Complete this by tomorrow and we will see in the next session. Okay, na?